as I told in my first part also, that I'll think that those three situations are done, like take series of bearing, a certain risk of collision, and if risk of collision exists, then take action. So I'll assume that all these three things are done, and then if risk of collision exists, then we are taking action. So you must always answer these three things, and then you must start your answer. Now this is Captain Chan's situation where you have a head-on power-driven vessel and you have a vessel overtaking and risk of collision exists. So if he says that risk of collision exists, then you need not to say take series of bearing and all. If he does not specify, then you must answer take series of bearing, a certain risk of collision, and those three steps which I told earlier. Now before this situation arise, or if you have a time for this, then you must have sounded, or you must sound 5 or more short and rapid blasts as per rule 34D to attract the attention of the vessel which is overtaking you. As per rule 13, it is her responsibility to keep clear of you. Now if she does not keep clear of you, so you must take action, and you will take action as per rule 2, which says that in construing and complying with these rules, you must have due regard to the danger of navigation and to any special circumstances. So this is a special circumstances case where you cannot alter to starboard because of a vessel on your starboard side. So you will sound 2 short blasts, give a large alteration to port, so that as per rule 8, so that it is readily apparent to the vessel observing you visually or by radar, and you will inform master. So this is very important point for Captain Chan, that you must inform master while doing so, because this is a special circumstances case. Now in this second situation, which is the Captain Chan, where he says that a sailing vessel is overtaking you, what action you will do. So you will tell those 3 steps, take series of bearing and all. Now when risk of collision exists, you must sound 5 or more shots and rapid blast as per rule 34D. Now if still the sailing vessel is not taking any action, you will inform master and you will sound 2 short blasts, alter course to port, and come parallel with the sailing vessel. And once the sailing vessel is clear, you will resume back to your course. As I told in my previous answer also, Captain Chand wants to hear that you will inform master. This is a very key point. So third situation is by Captain Chand, where he says that a fishing vessel is crossing you in a TSS action. So you will say those 3 things, take series of bearing and all. Now as per rule 10 part I, it is the responsibility of fishing vessel to not to impede your passage. So in this case, you will sound 5 or more short and rapid blasts as per rule 34D to attract the attention or to know the intention of the vessel. But if still she's crossing your bow and she's risk of collision is existing, then as per rule 8F part 3, where it says that the passage of the vessel whose passage shall not be impeded remain fully obliged to comply with these rules. So as per rule 8F, you will take action and you will reduce your speed or take all her way off. So this is Captain Daniel's question, where he says that you see a ram vessel ahead of you 1.5 miles action. So here the answer is that immediately you will see that in which direction the ram vessel is moving, the head of the vessel, and depending on that, so example here she's on the east side, so you will give a wide alteration of port and pass that vessel, and you will pass that vessel. Now the second question he asked is, what could have gone wrong in this situation, why you are seeing a ram vessel ahead of you? So you will say that I would check my navigation warning and navtext messages. It is possible that second mate have forgot to plot any of such message. This is Captain Darudkar's question, where you are a CBD vessel and you have a dredger vessel ahead of you and an NUC vessel on your starboard side action. So first those 3 things, take series of bearing and all. Now it depends on the TCPA of the vessel, with which vessel I'm having a TCPA first, because as per rule 18 I must be keeping clear of NUC vessel. That is a clear thing. But now for example, if I'm having a TCPA with NUC vessel first, so I will allow the NUC vessel to pass. I will reduce my speed or take all the way off, allow her to pass, and if the dredger vessel is at less speed, then I will alter course to starboard and pass ahead of the dredger vessel. In the second situation, if the NUC vessel is at less speed and I'm going to cross the dredger vessel, then I will continue my course and speed, allow the dredger vessel to pass. If required, I'll reduce my speed, allow the dredger vessel to pass, and then I will keep on going on my course. So it's all depend upon TCPA, with which vessel I'm coming and for which vessel I have to take action first. So this is Captain Tarudkar, another situation where you have two vessels. Both vessels are crossing, one from port, one from starboard. So the answer would be take series of bearing a certain risk of collision, that thing. Now when the risk of collision exists, as per rule 15, you are in a crossing situation with power driven vessel 2, and it is your responsibility to keep clear of power driven vessel 2, and power driven vessel 1, target vessel 1, that should keep clear of you. But as a better or good practice of seamanship, as this is a special circumstances as per rule 2, you must reduce speed or take all way off and let these vessels pass and clear, and then you can resume to your course. Video 2, that these are the situations where I have answered as per surveyor's requirement, what surveyor wants, but there are still chances that you might have a better answer for these questions. So I would request you to please get these situations with your friends, discuss with your friends, and if you come a better answer for them, stick to that. So this is Captain Deshpande's question, where he says that a sailing vessel is overtaking you, and as per VTS you must keep clear. So here you will say those three things, take series of bearing and all. Now when risk of collision exists, then is as per rule 13, overtaking, it is the sailing vessel's responsibility to keep clear of you. So you will sound 5 for more short and rapid blast as per rule 34D to attract or to know the intention of the vessel. But if she is still overtaking you, then you must reduce your speed or take all her way off and let her pass your bow. This is Captain JB Singh's favorite question, that you are in a TSS and you see flag YG hoisted vertically for a vessel which is coming down. So the answer is that flag YG means that you are not following a traffic separation scheme. So in this situation, if you see any other vessel showing flag YG, then you will check your chart, you will reconfirm your position and determine that you are navigating safely and you are navigating in your appropriate traffic lane. Same situation sometimes he given in another form, where he says that if you see a vessel coming down in TSS up in the opposite traffic lane, what action you will take. So there also you have to say such thing, that you will hoist flag YG for that vessel to see and to notify her that she is not following the TSS rule and she is not in her appropriate traffic lane, and then you can take your action.